let's take a look at I Know That My Redeemer Lives. The recording's in A, so I typically play capo 2, G shapes. For the sake of context, if anybody else wants to watch, I'll talk about the chords in the key of A, but just know that I'm playing G shapes, so right, G, C, D, E minor, A minor. But I'm gonna use the A names of the chords because that's what I have here. This song is very much piano driven, and the guitar just gets to be, an egg shaker and carry some energy. So at the beginning, if you followed the guitar video, right, I do play verse 1, intro, verse 1, verse 2. I probably, if I have a band, if I have a team, I'm not gonna be playing intro, verse 1 and verse 2. I'd probably wait to come in until verse 3, or sorry, the chorus. My Redeemer lives, my Redeemer lives on heaven's throne, and in my very soul I know that my Redeemer lives. And fill that space. So there's two bars of 3 beats. Hanging on that A, going from the end of the chorus into verse 3. Could call it a turn if you wanted. It's not really a turn, it's probably more like a vamp. But guitar fill that space for sure. There's not a single chord that's like too challenging in this one. It's more of where the chord changes are placed, how fast they come. It's kind of fun, but let's take a look. We can just look at verse 1 as our practice or case study, if you will, right? So I know that so I have middle, mute, open, open, ring, pinky. I know that my Redeemer lives. So the C or the D that we're playing is mute, middle, mute, open, ring, pinky. I know that my Redeemer lives. And then at the end of every line, the first line of every verse, Matt Papa on the piano is going from this A5 to an A2. So the way that I play that, middle, mute, open, and then, middle, mute, open, and then index, ring, pinky. Has a nice, really nice sound. I do a hammer-on though. So when I'm strumming, I kind of, instead of just a straight, right, you could do an up strum to play the note instead of doing a hammer-on. If you want to do a hammer-on, instead of just like a quick strum, I kind of sweep the strings a little bit more and really lean into, right, the D and the G string here. And before that, I try to play low end, mostly low end, so that I'm not, so that by the time I'm playing the middle notes, they can be heard, right? I know that my Redeemer lives. So that's the first line. What hope? So open, index, middle, open, ring, pinky. What hope, this sweet assurance. Back to that D. And then the E, sus. And there's a little line on piano, again, so similar to the what hope, this sweet assurance. Every time we have this E sus to E, he plays that. What hope the sweet assurance gives that he... So, it sounds great. I would probably let your piano player just cover that, right? Because I just play this D sus and play it lightly, but mute with the middle finger, and then open, index, ring, pinky. Just give some strumming. Shoom, ba, 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 da, ba, da, ba. Shoom, da, 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 ba. And then we have the A over C sharp, so mute, index, mute, open, ring, pinky. That he who gave his life for me. And this is a fast walk, but I would play a B minor 7. That he who gave his life for me. And instead of going back to the A over C sharp with our index finger, I would do B minor 7, so mute, open, middle, open, index, pinky, and then move, put your ring finger down, move your middle finger up, and then just slide to get, so that's the A over C sharp, and then slide it up to get to the D. So mute, middle, mute, open, ring, pinky. That he who gave his life for me, life for me. It comes fast, just downstrokes. Don't worry about, that'll just be too busy. So, that he who gave his life for me, a rose. So this A over E, mute, ring, open. So mute, ring, open, 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 and then kind of just bring your hand around a little bit and mute the high E string. But don't push. If you push too much, you could be playing that E string, which we don't want. See, I can hear the note even though I'm not playing it, just with, resonance and whatever. So just be aware, you don't really want that. You don't want this. If anything, typically if I'm able to get it, I would do this. I would do mute, ring, open, open, and then I would bar, index, index. And then that E sus, mute, ring, pinky, open, index. No E, mute the high E string. Okay, so the end of verse 1, 3, and 5 will go to an A5, which we already play, right? A rose with healing in his wings. With that same. The end of verse 2, 4, and 6 go to the D. So, the stone of death is rolled away, my redeemed. And just down strum 1 and 2 and 3 and up. 1 and 2 and 3 and up. And that's exactly what I would do. The stone of death is rolled away, my redeemed. And if you listen to the recording, right, you have the drums playing basically that pattern. Da 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 da. 3 E and leading into the choruses. Okay, so that's a look at the verses. The chorus also has some tricky stuff. So, my Redeemer, and you have some flexibility here, right? So we have the A, my Redeemer, and then we have an E over A. So you can play that A2, or you can play right, this D shape down here. All right, if you wanted to play a D, you'd play it like this. But if you want to play the A in the bass, so middle, mute, open, index bar, index, ring, index. So you notice there's only one note that's different between this and this. And it's right there. Both are fine, but obviously either will work. So whatever you're comfortable with. My Redeemer is, and then the F sharp minor. My Redeemer, E7 over G sharp. So, all right, you can play it like this or like this. I like going this way because I know I'm gonna slide my middle finger up into the A. So middle, mute, open, index, ring, and you can have your pinky down if you want, or don't play it at all. Mute. Lips to the A on heaven's throne. So A over C sharp on heaven. A over C sharp. Mute, ring. Oh my goodness. Mute, middle, mute, open, ring, pinky. Vents. Mute, mute, open, open, ring, pinky. Vents, throne, F sharp minor, 7. And in my very soul. And in. So mute, mute, open, index, ring, pinky. In my D, which we've covered already. And this is a D over C sharp. You can just play it like your A over C sharp. So if you're looking at this, right, this D over C sharp to a B minor is the inverse of what we have in the third line of each verse. He who gave his life for me. So I play it the same way, but backwards. Very soul I know that my Redeemer lives. Now this is a bit excessive. It's in the bass. And in my very soul I know that my Redeemer lives. We do not need to play that on guitar. If you're really brave, I would just focus on that bass line, walk it up. So very soul I know. And that gets us to the A over E. So mute, whatever finger you have. If I'm doing this walk up, usually I just stay on my middle finger. But if you're jumping, very soul I know that my Redeemer lives. It's the A over E that we already looked at. That's the whole song, basically. Just a few little tricky parts in each verse and in the choruses. And then we have the interlude. So we have a bar of D, bar of F sharp minor, B minor 7, and then we have E sus, so mute, ring, pinky, open, index, and then it resolves to the E, so take your pinky off. And then we have an A over C sharp, and instead of doing the whole thing, I just am lazy, so I go E sus, E, and I try to play more low end, keep the high end out, but mute, middle, open, 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 and then mute the high E string. E sus, E, A over C sharp, D, F sharp minor, E, piano, and that's the whole song. It's great. I love it. I'm excited to sing it.